Okay. Odd timing, but I'm a night guy, so it works for me, right? 1 second though. Hold on. Okay. So this would be an interesting video, not for me. Um, I say interesting because somebody's not gonna like it, guaranteed, and it's probably whoever watches it, whether it's a bunch of people or a few, won't like it either. But I've always been the guy that doesn't really give a damn what anybody thinks. So I'm speaking on the truth. I've stood on that, and it is what it is. So first, I saw the Wakanda Forever trailer, the Black Panther 2 trailer last week. Right? Great trailer. I can't wait to see the movie my damn self. Um, it brought me back to something, man, because I've been feeling a certain way about something for a long time now, and I haven't spoken on it. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this lady's dumbass video that she made. She made a video last year, um, talking about Chadwick Boseman and how she he went to hell. He went to hell, and he's currently in hell right now as we speak. From what she said, okay. He's in hell right now as we speak with the Black Panther mask on and all this shit, right? He went to hell because he played Black Panther. Oh man. Yeah, okay. So I just want to play some of what she says, break down how every goddamn part of what she's saying is a lie, get into what I was really going to speak on in the video itself, which is not going to take long, and then I'm jumping off it. So yeah, here we go. This bitch is crazy. Yeah, I said that I don't care. God damn it. Sometimes some look, man. People just they need to be called whatever they need to be fucking called, especially when they're saying shit that is really out of pocket, and they use consistently religion to excuse the BS that comes out their mouth every day. And I'm going to use let's just get to the video real quick. It's not going to be long anyway because it's like 18 minutes. She talks about him for like so many minutes, and then the rest of the video is about dumb shit. So whatever.
I wanted to talk about some other things. Um, if you haven't watched my other testimony, it's better if you watch that before you watch this. But if you, because I have a lot to say. Like I said, I have so much to say to you guys because I was seeing stuff for 4 years, and that's a lot. And I'm remembering stuff for 4 years. So that's a lot to say. I have a lot to say, but I have to understand it before I tell everybody. Okay.
Man, what the hell do you need to understand? First of all, hold on, hold on. I can break that part down better.
Because it was hard at first. I didn't understand any of the stuff I was seeing. Okay, so
Mm.
I haven't watched it. Just a quick overview. Um, about 4 years ago, I died of a heroin overdose.
Okay, that's right there. That's what killed me about this entire fucking video. You said that a man went to hell because he played a character in a movie, right? Who's not real anyway, just like a Superman, Batman, any of these comic book characters are not real. Captain America, even though what they represent is real, the character itself is not real. But he goes to hell because he played a character who's considered to be a demon, yet this demon is a king who stood up and fought for his people and made sure that nobody got in the way of anything that that you know, uh I guess was trying to tear down, you know what I'm saying? Like I guess his kingdom, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But we all know, for anyone who knows the character, you know what Black Panther stands for. You know what T'Challa, you know his character. So it's very, very simple. But okay.
And I died and I went to hell. Okay, I really did, and I kind of went over that in my last video, but and part of my punishment, because in hell you get moved around. Depends on what you did on Earth.
The videos about Chadwick Boseman going to hell because he played the Black Panther. You died from a heroin overdose. And then you start talking about how you're moved around in hell because of the things that you did on Earth. So, no, he's not focusing on your drug addict ass. He's focusing on Chadwick Boseman, the guy who played the Black Panther, who also played Jackie Robinson, who also played all these other famous people who were good people, but he went to hell for the guy that wasn't real. Okay.
There's levels to hell. There's all good different kinds of punishments, but I went to a place like you get punished for what you did on Earth, whatever your obsessions were, whatever your things that you were doing other than.
No, she's not talking about doing drugs, which is a sin by itself. Doing drugs, which could cause you to overdose on purpose or accidentally, right? And then end up possibly dying and going to hell because doing drugs is a sin. So no, we're not talking about how you did something on purpose and sent you to hell. No, we're not talking about you. We're talking about a guy who played a black man who played another black man that fought for his people, but because he played for a character who was not real that fought for his people, he went to hell. All right, man. Cool.
Worshiping Jesus and like praising God, you get punished for down there.
Mm.
Whatever your idols are, you get punished for what they were.
And also, she's alive, right? She's making this video. This video from 2021. She died in 2017 because of taking drugs, so she goes to hell. Who the hell brought her back? See, this is where this video. I'm actually. You know what? I don't even, man. Fuck all that. I don't need, man. No, I don't need to. I really don't. She's a waste of time. I was going to do that last week, but I didn't get to it. Let me actually get to what this video is about. Okay, so everything in that video that she's talking about is complete and utter nonsense. It's bullshit. It's trash. Okay, you didn't die. You didn't go to hell. You didn't come back from hell, because if you did go to hell, who the fuck brought you back? You mean to tell me? And this is where I'm gonna start talking now. God, who does not intervene in the majority of the lives on this planet, went to hell to bring you back from a drug overdose that was your fault, who would not accept you when you died anyway, right? Unless, see, this is why I'm not a religious guy. I don't want to be, because I notice that a lot of people love using religion to fuck over other people, to disrespect them, whether it's an individual, whether it's a group of people. And that's what I'm going to get into. Do I, first off, for the record, believe that there's a God and there's devil? Yeah. You going somewhere when you leave this motherfucker. Like, yo, you going somewhere. So you best make all the time you have in between. You better make sure that you're doing the right things when you living, because when you gone, we don't know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. That's a fact. I just don't believe. I don't believe in the stuff that people talk about, because I don't believe that it's true. I believe that there's a God. I believe that there's a devil. What pisses me off about both is when something bad happens, the first thing you hear is the devil made whoever did something wrong, caused them to do that. So the devil caused the person. Let's just use something recent, right? That 10-year-old girl in Ohio who was raped by that dude. The devil did. He had something to do with that. The Uvalde shooting. The devil had something to do with that too. Let's go all the way back to Columbine. The devil had something to do with that. What's the first thing that we always hear after something happens? Right? God is going to get us through this. God called him, her, or those group of people home. I am so sick of hearing that. I really am. I'm sick and tired of hearing it. Because you mean to tell me that the devil will cause all these people to do all this fucked up shit, but God won't stop the massacre? He won't stop the evil deeds, the evil doings that are going on that took these people away from their families, took people away from their families who consistently pray every day and go to church every day. Go to Sunday service, Wednesday service, all these different services. Read the Bible heavily, probably from front to back. I've never read it. I'm not going to diss nothing that I am not fully on. I'm not going to do that. This is just how I feel about life in general. No one can argue anything that I'm saying. When you die, you're gone. You don't come back. There's no coming back from that. None. So while the person who the devil possessed to do these evil doings, he or she gets to walk around and keep living and smiling and having a good time while you're gone. And then everybody at home is crying and grieving, talking about how, well, like I just said, man, we need to pray. God's going to get us through this. Why didn't God intervene and stop the devil from doing the shit that he was doing? Right? And so somebody in this whole religious thing is going to have a million answers for anything that I'm saying. And that's fine. I'm going to give you 3 groups of people. 3. All right? Because God was around before any of these events took place. The word theft has been around. It's in the Bible. It's a sin. Okay? It's been around before any of these things that I'm about to speak on took place. I'm going to give you 3 groups of people. I'm going to give you Jewish people, Native Americans, and Black people. Okay? All 3 of those groups had something stolen from them that they cannot get back. Jewish people during the Holocaust had their lives taken from them. The Nazi bitches wanted to exterminate an entire race of people. All of them. And they almost succeeded. Native Americans. I looked this up recently too. I didn't know the exact number, but I looked it up. I wanted to see for sure. The discovering of America, that's a lie. Guess who wrote that? Forget who, I just said wrote. Somebody wrote it. We learned that all through school. I'm 37 years old. We all learned about George Washington, who's a bitch, because he was our very first president, but also had 400 slaves. Okay, the discovering of America is a flat out lie. There was at least 2 to 5 million Native Americans on this in this country. Okay, so number 2, Native Americans had their land stolen, never got it back. To this day, they still can't get their land back. Right? And third, we're Black people. Slavery. We had our freedom stolen from the moment we arrived in this country. I just gave you 3 groups of people who cannot get any of the stuff that they had taken away from them back. Period. None. Now, out of all 3 of those people, can anybody tell me how God intervened and helped all of them? We're talking about centuries for Black folks, a nice little chunk of time for Jewish people, and to this very day, Native Americans. 2 of those people, 2 groups of those are the same people in this country today, still disrespecting the same people that were living in this country at some point in time, Native Americans and African Americans. God did not help anybody in that situation whatsoever. None. So what I'm trying to understand is, why is it that some people can always consistently tell us to pray for something, and then number one, all of the prayers that people pray for are not answered? That's a fact. So what I'm trying to understand is, if you do something in life, like say you commit a crime, you a dumbass if you commit it again and again and again and again. Someone's going to ask you, why won't you get this through your thick ass skull that you can't keep doing what you're doing, because you're going to keep going to jail. It doesn't work. Stop doing the same thing. It's not paying off. No, you're not, you know what I'm saying? It's not working for you. Please stop doing this. You're going to keep getting the same results every time. But if somebody keeps praying and never has their prayer answered, they're supposed to keep doing that. In real life, if you keep doing the same thing, someone's going to tell you to stop doing it if it does not work. This is what I'm trying to figure out. Parents are always supposed to raise their kids the right way, to be upstanding citizens, boys, girls, especially for men. Growing up, little boys grow up, respect girls. As you grow up to be young men, respect young ladies and women. And then if you end up having a woman who ends up being your wife, your kids, the whole 9 yards, you're supposed to raise your kids to do the right things. They raise their kids to be, you know what I'm saying? They raise their kids and they tell them, don't be walking around here with your hand out. Don't ask nobody for nothing. If you want something in life, go work for it. Go get it. That's how you're really going to appreciate things that you obtain in life. That's how life works every day. Every single day. You don't get shit unless you go work for it. But then we're quickly told to pray every time something bad happens and someone dies, somebody's sick and does not get well, or anything else you want in life. All you have to do is pray to get it, and none of it happens. I just want somebody to tell me if I'm wrong about something that I'm saying. Somebody needs to tell me what the hell it is that I'm missing. What am I missing? As I'm tired of hearing this. Okay, like for example, the 10-year-old girl in Ohio. That was hell. And I'm sure it was for her all the way through. But guess what? During slavery, do you know what the youngest age was to sell slaves as children? 8 to 10 years old, because you were competent enough to be able to go out in the fields and work. White people were doing that then, and they were still telling black folks, here's your God now, pray to him. The same one is also saying he condones everything that we're doing to you. It's okay that we're doing that. But he didn't stop it before 1869. It kept going all the way on. 246 years up to 1865 to be exact. 345 altogether up until 1964 in the Civil Rights Act. So can somebody tell me what all those black people that prayed? Not before Christianity was pushed on the slaves from the early 1800s to 65. They prayed while being whipped, lynched, and all this other shit, and sold. Women raped, the whole nine. All this was going on as they're introducing a God that we should pray to. Really? What's the saying? If you don't learn like from your history, you're doomed to repeat it. White people learn from their history. They were able to get away with selling kids to slaves, and they were able to get away with making this girl feel like shit after being raped at 10 years old because of that Roe v. Wade shit. Now, tell me where God came in to fix her situation and the thing that I just said before. I just applied 3 different things that are factual sayings. People say it. You are doomed to if you don't learn from your history, you are doomed to repeat it. Okay, we've learned from ours. At least we're trying to. A lot happened. I don't care. That's your business. Fuck you. I don't care. You whatever. That's your problem. I don't give a damn. Like it is what I don't. If you're not a good person to me and you ain't trying to really fuck with people like that and put people up and just help out, just be a good person overall. I don't really give a damn what you think. But again, if you don't learn from your history, you're doomed to repeat it. So children during slavery were treated like the way that 10-year-old girl was. They got away with it then. They're getting away with it now. I'm trying to understand this shit, right? People are in charge of people. The laws are being put in place for the reasons they're put in place for. So when people are consistently being hurt and harmed and physically in any way, and their lives are taken from them and their families, these people will come out and loosely just say, we basically don't give a damn, right? They don't care. There's no God coming from them. Well, we pray for the victims like on Fox News and all these other outlets. You don't hear them say that. So why is it you don't hear it from them, but we're supposed to consistently repeat the same shit in our own race, and it's not benefiting anybody? I don't understand that. People in different hoods And all this shit, all these gangs going on, all this drug shit going on, all these, you know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff that's going on. Where's the prayers coming in to actually fix these situations? I'm trying to understand that. Or is it supposed to be a combination of both of them? I don't get it. But to be perfectly honest, it's not going to be a combination of both of them. I have never in my life heard somebody say consistently as a collective, prayers actually fixed all of our problems. I have never heard that in my life. And I would love to hear somebody combat me on that and tell me, yeah, well, you must not know what you're talking about, this, that, and third. Please show me some footage, give me some audio, some documentation. Show me something. You know what I'm saying? Because our history does not work very well when it comes to that topic. It does not work. Period. There's no one that can tell me that. We were treated like trash for so long, and then the same people that were treating us like shit come to us and tell us that this is the God that you need to pray to. The same one you praying to from the early 1800s to 1865 didn't do shit. So I'm trying to understand. Somebody needs to tell me where I'm losing this argument because I don't understand. I don't get it. It don't seem to hurt them. They benefit all day long. Matter of fact, Emmett Till. I just saw this yesterday. The jury would not indict the woman who started that whole fucking thing. The whole thing. She's the reason why that boy was tore up. Okay? We all seen if you ain't seen the fucking picture, man, I don't understand how you could take that picture. We all know it's a fact now. That woman had something to do. I don't give a fuck how old she is. You know what I'm saying? But nothing came from it. I'm pretty sure that his family prayed from the day he died up until now. And here we go again. Here we go again. So I started it off, and I'm going to end it the same way. My honest opinion, because it's weird to me how things play out on this planet and the way that history is written. Again, it's written. There are people who choose to write things out the way that they want them to play out. So again, right now in Texas, they're trying to turn slavery into involuntary relocation. They're literally trying to change the course of history. So you started it for a certain race of people. You made it hell for them. You made it not worse, but you kept it going. You're the cause for why shit is the way that it is in some aspects of life. And then now you're still trying to do the same thing in 2022. You're trying to control it and rewrite history. I mean, I said it at the beginning again, right? I believe in God. I believe there's a God. I believe there is a devil. In my honest opinion, what I think is they're in their respective areas and they're just waiting for everybody to do what they do. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of us are living our lives just sit back, wait for somebody to just fix whatever's going on in it. It don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? You be sitting on your ass till you die. Sit back thinking that people gonna help you, man. Everybody's gonna help you just because you going through something. Like that ain't how it works. You know what I'm saying? So, and the thing is with me, I'm not pressing nobody to change no one's ways on how they live their lives. But for black people in general, I told my mom this, told my dad this, I told my brother this. Why in the world do we pray to a God that allowed another race of people to do what Nazis did to Jewish people? I am trying to understand this, and they couldn't even tell me that. They were like, no, I still believe God. No, I didn't say he didn't exist. That's not what I said. What I said was, why is it that during that time frame, because you do understand that during slavery, black people were not allowed to learn, we're not allowed to learn to read, write, count, none of that stuff. None. So we didn't even know about him until white people pushed it on us in the first place. So what were we praying to before it? Nothing. So what were we supposed to do? If we didn't even know that existed for all those years until it popped up, what were we allowed to do during that whole time? Nothing. But live under these devilish conditions. So they were the devil that the people keep saying when people were doing bad things, the devil told them to do it or the devil made them do it. So that's what was happening with us. So it's like, but wait a minute. That means it's a one-sided fight. So what was the other side? How are we supposed to have the relief in having a situation fit and benefit us in any way? There wasn't one. Or no, there was. God existed thousands of years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wait a minute, like what the fuck are we doing here? I don't understand this. I don't. And again, like for me, I don't think I ever will. I don't know. Maybe I will. I probably won't ever have kids. I doubt it. I don't know. I would want to, but I don't know. But if I do, like it's just like with Christmas, right? Santa Claus. And how you had parents that were actually running around telling their kids, okay, it's like, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Santa Claus? This, that, and the third. Oh, okay, that's what you want. And then for some reason they couldn't get it, obviously because the parents didn't have the money, right? But you're running around convincing your kids that this is what's going on, knowing good damn well that's not true. You're only doing that because you want your child to believe in something. That's what I apply that to. You know what I'm saying? You tell people to pray for something. Prayer is about necessity and wants. But I already spoke on wants. Parents raise their children to not walk around with their hands out because you're not going to get shit that you want just because you got your hand out every day. Nobody's giving you nothing, right? That you need. The necessities that you want in life, especially just the extra things that you want, no one's going to give it to you. You ain't getting your ass out there working for it, you're not going to get it, right? You're not. That's a fact. You ain't getting shit. So how can you tell the same person that if they're going through hard times or something and they really, really need something, all you have to do is pray. And then after you're done praying, you don't receive what you were praying for. How does that work? Parents are taught to tell their kids to be responsible, independent individuals when they grow up. Do these things, do that, do this, do that, da 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 da. That's how that's what it takes to be a man, to be a woman, to live a regular life responsibly and independent. Right? That's what there's. And if a parent is caught not doing that, you are unfit. You shouldn't have kids. You shouldn't none of that. None of that. Period. We all know that. But then it's okay to then turn around and say the same shit that'll get a parent in trouble. No, it's okay to pray for shit as long as what? You're not gonna get everything. They said prayer didn't help my uncle, prayer did not help my cousin. They both did. They were both murdered. So I don't want to hear nothing about prayers are supposed to save people and help people get through things. That's not true. It's not gonna happen. There's a lot of people who have lost a lot of other people due to violence, senseless killings, the whole 9 yards. Police out here doing shit. Police swear to God, swear on an oath that this is what they gonna do, and then go out and do the opposite. Don't get in trouble, and then we're told that God is going to get us through what the police did wrong. But they're supposed to protect people, and they don't do it all the time. Right, right. Matter of fact, I was not aware of this. I really wasn't. Brittany Griner, remember Brianna Griner? Excuse me. If I said it right, right? That was really, from what I'm seeing. Let me see. All right, come on now, work with me. Brittany, no, not Brittany. Brittany. I just saw because I was just looking at the. Hold on here. Brianna Greer, excuse me. Okay, I was thinking of two different names. Right, like I mean, so I just learned of this. Right, she had a mental episode. The mom and the dad called the police. They called the police. They show up. The video footage has been released. How do you fall out of the cop car on the street, man? As the car is driving, the cops are driving the car, and she falls out the door. She falls out the back seat of the car, and is on the side of the road dead. They just showed all. I mean, I just saw the video like 20 minutes ago, and I promise you, they're like, come on, what is that? This happens all the time. To every person that we've seen die on video, the parents are praying that the cop gets fucked up for what they did wrong. And what happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. This shit happens every goddamn week. It's a broken fucking record. It's a broken record. It's the same crap every single day. I honestly believe that we are just on here to this planet to do what we're put on this planet to do, whatever that is, good or bad. Right? I just feel like I think that's what it's made up of. I think it's made up of people need to really start doing the right thing more by linking up with other people and just, you know, teaching more, doing what needs to be done to keep people happy, to keep people healthy, to keep people safe, the whole 9 yards. I believe all that needs to take place. So for the God that's up there, that's what I believe it is. Because he's not helping every single person that needs the prayer. So who's supposed to help the person that needs the goddamn prayer? Who? It's not going to happen every single time. We know it's a fact. So if God is not going to help that person or those people every single time, who the fuck is going to help them? Somebody has to. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here dissing or dismissing or shit. No, I ain't no damn atheist. No, I'm not any of that crap. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that there has to be some level of fairness, right? Some level of just real shit, man. Like that's it. That's it. Just real, like it's like how people. Okay, like for example, in case anybody don't know this, I think it was a couple weeks ago. No, it was in Denver. Police shot into a crowd of people. Police, the police. Yo, man, come on. The police in Denver. And I saw the videos of YT, young Turks joint. Dude was talking. It was like, yeah. So the cops thought they saw a gun on this guy's hip or saw him pull a gun or whatever. And so they fired into a group of people and hit 5 people. 5 of them. Hit 5 of them. You ain't heard nothing about that since it went down. This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't never want to be one of those parents, man. If I ever have kids that's sitting around praying for their kids to be okay when they're out and about and I'm not around them, and then I get news that something bad happened to them. It's like, so just like any other parent that does that, you just feel bad for them because it's like, wait a minute, they're thinking that this is what's really going to keep them safe on some spiritual shit. And it's like, it didn't. It didn't. You know what I mean? So I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like prayer needs to be used not in that manner. Just not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to stop running around talking about your problems, and all your problems are going to be solved if you do this one thing. Whereas in real life, if you do that, if you do like, okay, like, if you pray, you'll be okay, fine, cool. It is what it is, right? Prayer, like I said, is about necessity and want. Well, you can't walk around in life talking about this is what I want all day and people gonna give it to you. So that's what I'm saying. If one part of that doesn't apply to real life, it cannot apply to the other side either. When you're living, that doesn't work. So when you die, that's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't. I don't think you get a choice when you die. Like, I pray, go, no, that's not, no. Or when you're about to, I pray that I go to heaven. You've been doing bad shit all your life. It doesn't work that way. That's what I honestly think. I think it's all about life is like what we make it, and how we can help other people out of certain situations that are going through them a certain way and it's not benefiting them. It's not going to benefit them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't have all the answers. Shit. I'm just, again, all I'm doing is I'm speaking facts on the things that I said are real, right? How you live your life, how your parents raised you, opposed to how that same type of shit is applied to when someone tells you to pray for something and it doesn't work that same way. It doesn't work that way, but it'll work another way. And it works like that for society as a whole. Just all human beings on this planet. Nobody's going to give you nothing, even if you're in dire need of it. You still won't get it. You won't. You'll die praying for something that you should have had that everyone else has. So why don't you have it? Why, like, what is it about you that doesn't deserve the same attention that everybody else is getting? You're just that one person that's going to be left out? Or the prayer that you have answered? What about the 10 other people that are praying for something that don't get it? What about those? I don't understand that part. That's the part that I don't like. That's the thing with me. Like, I don't like people being left out of something, but then told to do the same thing that someone else received. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. It shouldn't. But that's what a lot of people will say. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, when I started it, I was in the mood to do it. I was about to get on I just got this new game. I put up one video for it the other day. And so I was going to get on and probably do like a stream for like maybe, I don't know, 45 minutes or something, just knock out some of it and then finish up the rest of the gameplay later. All the music shit that I've been putting up, I haven't really thought of anything new just yet. I still have to really just sit back and think of some more music that I want to put together, some more mashups and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'll think of something eventually. I got too much music in my head to not come up with something, so I'll figure out some combination eventually. But no, I just wanted to get on there and just speak on that because I'm tired of seeing, you know what I'm saying, these stupid ass videos with all these people talking about, you know what I mean, they died and they went to hell and they saw this person, they saw that person, and it's like, so again, like I just said, so you must be special enough to die, go to hell, and God just went down there and brought you back. Like, what kind of stupid ass shit is that? Are you serious? So you get to shit on somebody else's name who can't defend themselves over why you went to hell in the first place as being something that should have kept you there, right? Your shit was worse than why the other person is supposed to be there. But then God brought you back after, you know what I'm saying? He brought you back. He brought you back so he could get on YouTube and tell the entire world how fucked up the other person is for being where they are, but you came back for doing something worse. Like, really? And people follow this shit. That's the problem. That chick, that video I just played, there are tons of people in the comment section that believe what she says. She's a vessel and all this other bullshit. Like, you can't be serious. You died from doing drugs. Your ass should have stayed down there if that's the case. But you got to come back and shit on a man that did more for society than you did. And God allowed you to do. God is the reason why you came back from hell to talk about how a good person went to hell, but the bad one went to hell and came back. What kind of stupid ass shit is that? And then there's other videos, like the woman in one of the comments, she put in her comment, there's other black people that feel the same. See what the fuck I'm saying? Why are you even bringing up black issues? Because the woman in the comments was like, well, yeah, I'm getting these racist comments. I wonder fucking why. Why? Why do you think that? You're talking about a black man that played a fake character who cared about his people going to hell because of that, when we actually had black people in real life that were murdered for trying to lead their people. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You see what I'm saying? It's bullshit. It's complete and utter bullshit. They use this shit to excuse the things that they do and the things that they say, and they've been doing it for so long that it makes no sense. And everybody just fell into it. I'm not. I'm always going to be good to people regardless. Whether I read the Bible, whether I do this or do that, I'm still going to be good people because that's how my parents raised me to be. It wasn't because of anything else. My dad was not like that because of that. He went through his shit. My mom, we all been through shit. But I'm never going to get on here, man, and play somebody like that and then use God to excuse my bullshit. That's not how that works, man. That is not. Come on, this is insane. And I'll debate anybody. You can bring all the religious content you want. You bring all your religious stuff, and I'll bring my real life shit, and we'll see who actually comes out on top. Because last I checked, everybody has to live their lives, whether they believe in something or not. It's not going to change. Everybody has to live, and everybody has to die. But at the end of the day, we all still have to do that same thing while not actually believing in something that someone else believes in. Those are facts. Nobody can argue that with me. And you're going to lose if you try. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. This is not made to get any attention. I don't really give a damn what anybody thinks. I just know that I get tired of watching all of these people go through all these things. They get no help. Nobody wants to help them feel better. Nobody wants to fix anything to make them feel better. Nobody wants to do anything. It's like with these shootings, that shit be really pissing me off because it's like we keep talking about kids getting murdered every goddamn time. And it's like, you know who's in control? It has nothing to do with church whatsoever. None. Kids get lit up, and the only people that care are the parents and the people that actually side with them. The other people, these fake ass politicians, these whack ass, crazy ass, clown ass cops, not all of them, the bad ones, the ones that actually kill people but swore on an oath to protect them. You heard the families that actually believe in this shit. You kill their family members while their family members sitting around grieving, praying, talking about, wow, you know what I'm saying? Why did God have to do this, that? God didn't do it, man. That punk ass motherfucker on the street did it. They did. God didn't take no one from you. That person took that person from you. That's what be killing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I be saying. It's like, it's not, I think people really need to stop doing that because we are all living our lives. And last I checked, you got people that are homeless, not because they want to be. You got people who are hungry, not because they want to be. You got people who have been shot, beaten, molested, all these different things, not because they wanted to be all these things. They didn't want these things done to them. So why do we keep praying to God every single time something bad happens? Why can't the good shit take place before the bad shit happens? Why did the bad shit have to take place so we can start put it like this? Why does the bad shit have to happen so we can put something on top to make it look like it's gonna fix it? Why can't the good person, why can't the one, the all powerful, stop the bullshit before it happens? Why not? We do it. We don't have no choice. You got people out here that you know what I'm saying? All these people that have been killed at the very last minute, they're sitting there saying to themselves, damn, what the fuck did I do? I didn't do shit. They die. I didn't do nothing wrong. Why is God doing this? God didn't do that to you. And that's what we're making people feel so fucked up. Because they think somebody good did something bad to their family. And it's like, no, he didn't do that. The devil didn't do it either. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying. No, we control everything. Just like all this bullshit with Trump and all these. We got past Trump 2 years ago. We still got to keep dealing with this bullshit. So the devil got something to do with that? Really? Seriously. So what about the good that comes from bad situations? We don't never seem to do that. We don't do it that way. We just love talking about how we're being done wrong, and the bad, all this aura is surrounded by the bad things that keep going on. Has somebody ever sat back and said, why do people who pray the most still continue to be done wrong more than the people who fucked them over hundreds of years ago? Has anybody ever asked themselves that question? Seriously. Why do black people pray to God a million times more than white people do, the same people that treated them like shit, they still live their lives a million times better than black people do. So God, what is it? What, like what? What? I'm trying to understand that. Right? Like what is going on here? Again, the devil makes people do shit, but then we have to pray to God for why people are taken away from us. Like we don't ever say, "Oh, thank God for not," you know what I'm saying? Ooh, yeah, no, you hear that when stuff happens every now and then. Oh, like man, thank God that person got out of there in time, and thank God the person showed up in time, and that's few and far in between, and we know it. We know it. The majority of the time when bad shit go down, it happens more often than the good things that go down. Why is that? Native Americans had their shit stolen, but still can't get none of the shit that they had back at all. All the way up to now, nothing. White people still running around telling black folks to shut up, stop crying about slavery, stop crying about this. This don't. Racism isn't real. Systemic racism ain't real. Police brutality ain't real. Man, that's bullshit. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, they ran for president. Their campaign was based on equality. Like I did a video on this. And the person that's supposed to be standing up for the people who are being talked down upon, she changes her statement. She changes her viewpoint. She changed her whole thought process, saying, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Yes, racism does exist in this country. Right? And then, what was it? After they were sworn in, a couple months later, now all of a sudden, none of that stuff exists anymore. So for all the people who were praying for the changes and things to take place, we want these people out of here. We need to get these new people in here. Look at all the good things they're talking about and all the good things they want to do for all these people. And then they turn around and then they take away everything from you. Like, no, I'm not on that no more. Hey, I'm just saying, man. It is what it is. So yeah, I got that out of the way. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't think it's not gonna be a reoccurring thing. I doubt it. Because if it was, then I'll be on here talking about every single bad thing to take place, and I'm not gonna do that. So I don't plan on making any more videos about this topic. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna jump off this. Get me, I guess, a little quick shower out the way. I'm gonna play this game a little bit more. And then I'll call it a night or a morning or whatever. So appreciate everybody who was checking in on it, and checks in on it later. And I'll catch y'all next time.